Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon the way I'm doing the video, but it's too noisy inside and parts probably filled with kids, and I don't put other people's kids on my videos. So, in this video I'm going to talk about something that was brought up to me again today that I have faced earlier this morning, and I was going to make a video about it again. And that is when, well, this one I want to talk about one of the ways that I have seen these narcissistic histrionic types. I've always seen them as a blend of behaviors, and it's pretty much consistent. You can look up histrionic personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder and their symptoms. I'm not saying they have the personality disorders or one or both, but their behaviors are just way out there, just especially the histrionic side. And they're just as mean. They're basically mean girls. And these, I'm talking about adults who are mean girls. And they really, I don't know if I call them adult women, because they don't act like adults. Okay. Now, they want to get their flying monkeys. So that's what people call them, flying monkeys. And it's, to me, it's just basically their, what's that other word? Cronies, their minions, their, you know, the people who, men or women, and it can be guys too that are mean girl types, mean boys, and they try to find people that they come off as really friendly, just loving, friendly, and they make themselves out to be this really good, decent person, and then they collect them. It's like they make a collection of people that will have their back. Some would say it's have their back, but no, what they want is they're going to do things that are really bad to certain people, and they want them, their flying monkeys, to go in like on the Wizard of Oz, you know, go in and do their dirty business, their biddings, you know, and attack other people, and if the other people disagree with them, say anything negative toward them, or they just want to, or they didn't fall for the BS that the main mean girl put out there. They don't fall for it. They don't become one of their flying monkeys. They will have other people. They could have other people, their flying monkeys, attack that person. You know, I'm not talking physical, although it could be, but yeah, I'm talking, you know, where they do it just by doing things like name calling, or, you know, I could give an example. I'm going to give an example of something online. And like when you make videos, YouTube is not the only place you can make videos these days. Lots of people know that. And I'll talk about it, using that as an example. Okay, now I have seen this online many times, not always me being the one that they're trying to attack. I've seen it many times over the years, 30, what is it? First got online in 1990, if anything that would be thought of as social media platform, way back then. And I've seen it all these years, you know, but they, you know, like, say somebody makes videos, okay, on some platform, whichever one it is, and this mean girl type that she starts off as so loving and giving, what she'll do is she'll give shout-outs. They call them shout-outs, you know, they say, oh, go watch this person, okay, their videos, and they'll promote a whole bunch of people. They are, you know, let's say it's a woman, she is gathering her minions. She is gathering her flying monkeys. And she's putting it out as she's so loving and caring, and she wants to make a community of people. Well, her community, she wants her community, her minions, her flying monkeys, her cronies. She's not putting it that way. She's putting it, I just want to bring everybody together. If they do something like this, now one size doesn't fit all, they all do the same thing. But in this type, I'm going to say this type does that. So, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so she gets online and she, you know, let's say somebody around my age, a woman around my age, and she does, like I just said, all these shout-outs and gets, oh, I want, you know, want the community, and I'm such a good, decent person. She puts it out there. But many of them I have met, not all, but many of them, they look wild. Okay, they just look wild. Wild hair, different colors. I'm not saying that everybody that does that is a histrionic or narcissistic But this type will be like this, okay? And lots of bling, lots of makeup, thick makeup. And other people make, say, your makeup's a little bit too dark. They're theatrical. They want to be seen. They want people to notice them. They don't care if it's negative attention or positive attention. They want attention. They're going to be the center. They usually cackle. They don't laugh. They cackle very loud. They talk very loud. Their just overall appearance is very loud. Now, when they're younger, they're more addressed provocatively. I said that wrong. And, like practically see-through. Some of them. I've seen this in my lifetime. And they want the attention. And, they can have bosses who say, or even employees, I've seen that before. An older woman told a younger woman, I don't appreciate seeing all that. Yeah, I was sitting right there, and the older woman was, probably my age when I am now, not then, and the younger woman was her boss, and she had very, very low-cut shirt, and and the woman told her flat out in front of all of us, which is good because she had, she had all of us as witnesses, and it was very low-cut, and the woman told her, I don't want to see all that. And that can be considered as sexual harassment, okay, on a job. Yes, it can. Depends on where you are, depends on the situation, but it can be. And I've worked with a woman. We were at the same level. We were managers basically, and she didn't want to work, so she would do stuff like that and make sure the boss was a guy that was head over heels for her. Made sure, yeah. They have a motive. They have a reason. They have they want something for nothing, and they know how to work it. The ones I'm talking about. Okay, and they don't mind doing stuff like that. You can see everything they have. They don't care. They're getting attention. They're getting what they want, and the result is what they want. Okay, so they get all their flying monkeys by basically flattering the people. I know a lot of people say, they call it a certain thing. I don't like to use that because YouTube might not like that term for it. But like when people are dating and a narcissistic person will basically flatter, say everything that the other person wants to hear, to reel them in. Well, that's how people are when they, that I have seen, the ones I'm talking about, do when they're wanting to get their flying monkeys, their group. They're a group of the ones that follow the mean girls, or mean boys, like I said. And they're grown-ups. Okay, I'm talking about grown-ups. And they will flatter them. They will say all kinds of good things, like the shout-outs, say, oh, if you go and watch this person, they are really this, and they are really that, and they're wonderful, and their videos are, on, and very theatrical with it. I can't do that voice, as you can tell, but... and just go on and on. Now, whenever that person does something like, say one of them, just doesn't appreciate that, or is not at all, interested in them. And they'll do also things like, if they have that one, they feel like it's kind of like a challenge, they practically cyberstalk the person. Okay, then that person is not appreciative. Now, what they will do, when that person is basically not falling for it, in whatever way, if the person just doesn't give them as much attention, or says something like, makes a video about people who are this type, okay, videos, okay, what they'll do is they will then, what I've seen, not everybody does the same, but then they'll find, try to find some good reason to say something negative about that person. It's the same person or people they have been shouting out and saying wonderful things about. If they don't fall for the BS, like I just said, they'll turn it and do that smear campaign. Some of them will do the smear campaign to where the other person hears it. Some of it do. Most of the smear campaign kind of thing, it's not just for politicians, but most of it I've seen is behind the scenes. I mean, I haven't seen because it's behind the scenes. But the result is other people say, well, what I heard is this about you, this kind of thing. Or they do what flying monkeys do, come to your whatever platform you're using to say negative things about you. Okay? That person, that mean girl, I'm just going to say mean girl, the main mean girl, the drama queen, she is going to get her flying monkeys after you. It's like revenge. You know, how dare you not see her superiority? Really. That's the mentality. A little bit of narcissism with everything, you know. Okay, and speaking of being political, they can use that. Like me, I'm an independent. I'm not on one side or the other. I think for myself and decide what how I want to see it. And I don't like commentaries and all that kind of stuff. You just show me the news. Let me know what's going on in the world. I don't want to hear your opinion on it. I think for myself. I say something like that, and that person's, oh, well, I am, makes a video. I am extremely set in my views on politics, and starts smearing. That's their way. The person has rejected them. Basically, it's rejection. It doesn't. I'm not talking about, romantic rejection. Just when somebody says, "I'm not falling for your BS. I'm not wanting to be in your little group. I'm not going to be your groupie." There's another word. I'm not your peasant. You're, on and on. Okay, you're not the queen. Queen bee here. And but that really irritates them until they find some more. They're just going to keep doing it. But I have seen some of them that don't let up. I've seen some that went a lifetime of doing it. Okay? They want all that attention on themselves. They want everybody to be there to support them, to have their back, to, get their sixth or whatever it's called. That's how they see it, because they know they're going to start spewing a lot of stuff. Okay? They're going to try to manipulate the people that they've made their flying monkeys and all the people that follow them or whatever. They're going to, try to work a way to get money out of them, whatever it is that they're wanting, besides just attention. Okay, it could be to sell some products to them, whatever it is. Like I said, it could be many things. And it doesn't have to be just one or two. And, some of them are just so mean-spirited. That's what we used to call it, mean-spirited, that they just like to get the attention so they can badmouth, gossip people. Gossip about people, malicious gossip. And so they look like they're, or they want to feel superior. The little narcissism here is feel a sense of superiority, that they want acknowledgement for something that, their opinions or their views, when they have nothing solid to back it up. So they have all these flying monkeys who are going to be cheering them on and, basically verbally attacking anybody who disagrees. Like I said, if, whatever social media platform you use, they'll go to that person's. If anybody says anything negative, that some will even go way too far, where there might be some legal things going on. Okay? Well, let's stick with it doesn't have anything, that's illegal attached to it. Although cyber stalking, I believe, is illegal in some places. Most places, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know for certain. But, somebody who... Now, these are people who can be dangerous. And danger is not just physical. It can be. It can include that. It can be a lot of different, a lot of, like, emotional, somehow psychological abuse, like verbal, emotional, so on and so forth. And they bully people. Okay, go on down that line. Now, some people, that know this, they know it can be dangerous. Some of them, what is that expression? I was trying to figure that expression out this morning. They won't take it lying down. Isn't that how it goes? And they won't. They won't put up with that crap. They're not going to just let that person get away with it. Boy, all these expressions or way people put things. But, yeah, so they will out them. That's basically what they will do. some way, shape, form, or fashion, they don't really have their flying monkeys, but they just tell people, look, this is what this person has done. Go check this out. Go do this. And you'll see what this person has done. And that is when they might start backing off. Might. Not all of them. One size doesn't fit all. They don't all do the same thing. But they might. Because that person's getting, showing others. And some people might say, well, I kind of wondered about that. Some of their flying monkeys or, their groupies and all that might say, yeah, something smells there. Something stinks. Yeah. Because that is true. I can see for myself that is what's happened. And so in some instances, this can lead that person to having to stop making videos. Like I said, this example was about making videos. Just stop and go to a different platform or whatever. And when they realize that they have enough people against them, that have seen the light, seen how bad they are, and too many of their flying monkeys, the people they're using, somehow manipulating for whatever purpose, especially like money, too many of them, so they're going to move to something else, and they're going to put it off. Quite often, again, none of this is one size fits all. They don't all do the same thing. But anyway, they'll put it off as that they'll make up some kind of story. Or they'll play the victim in a way, or make up some kind of story about why they just need to move, to go to a different platform, or it's going to be like it's good for most. They're doing. You hear it in my voice, right? I can't do that voice very well, very easily, but like they're giving, they're thinking about everybody else. They're not thinking about themselves. They're thinking. So it's a short version would be to say lather, rinse, repeat. Okay, they do go to some other platform, and they start doing the same stuff, gathering their flying monkeys, and so on and so forth. And some people will follow them. Some of the flying monkeys will follow them wherever they go. Okay, because they just haven't yet figured it out. And they might not ever, because they might just be a wannabe. They want to be just like that one. Or they are just like that one, that main one. And just for the record, yeah, I've outed a few of those. I certainly have. And they went away. Shoot fly don't bother me, and they shoot. And like I said, it can be dangerous. Me, I'm a social and behavioral scientist, and my master's is in sociology. And I am not at all suggesting anybody else do this. Not at all. Read the disclaimers in the description box below this video on YouTube. These are just my opinions, and I could be wrong. All of that, and then some. But I'm Texan, but, not all Texans do this. I'm Texan. Where I was raised, people are tough. You had to stand up for yourself, or you would be walked all over. Okay, I would call it the roughest and toughest place in Texas. Okay, seriously. That's where I grew up. So it's part of me. I know discernment's there. I know when to say, back off, walk away, this kind of thing. But I've outed some. I've pointed them out. I've said that in the videos before. I would point a finger at them. Okay. And like I said, this morning I was reminded of this one. So, yeah, I think I've said enough for this video. I'll talk to you in another video. Bye.